Hello yarn besties, I am the Crafty Crocheter, and if you want to become a yarn bestie today, click the subscribe button and get access to more content. And if you like what you see in this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell so you get notified when new videos come out, and leave comments. Alright, so I'm going to show you my 3 easy crochet hacks that you should implement in your life because it just makes your crochet adventure a lot easier. So I'm gonna just jump into it. So if you're ready, here we go. Hack number 1. Now, are you looking for a way to cover the shaft of your crochet hook when you're not using it, and to also hold the stitch in place when you're on a project? So what I do is, these are very inexpensive ear protectors for your glasses. Now, these are relatively cheap. I think you can get these off of Amazon for less than $10, but I use these a lot. So what I do is, I will put this, when I'm working on a project, I will put the crochet hook into the stitch where I am at, slide it as snug as I can, and then I take the glass holder and slide it like so. So that way when you lay it down, the stitch will not come off the crochet hook. I use this hack a lot, so use this hack in your life. You'll thank me later. It's gonna make your crochet storage a lot easier. Hack number 2. Now, have you ever had this happen to you when you get a wooden yarn holder or spinner, and when you try to spin it, it kind of sticks a little bit. It doesn't move as smoothly as it should. Now do I have a trick for you. So you're gonna need 2 things to solve that problem. So first, of course, you're gonna need some sort of lubricant. I use cooking spray, and then a paper towel. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna separate the 2 pieces. So you have it like this. So what you do first is, I'm not gonna do it here, but I'm gonna show you what I've done. So you're gonna take some cooking spray and do a couple squirts on the paper towel, and then you're just gonna kind of rub the oil all around this spindle piece for the base. And have that nice lubricated. And then you're gonna take this top piece, and you'll see a hole where the base and the spindle and the spinner connect. So what I do is, I'll do a couple squirts of cooking spray into that hole, and then once I have a couple squirts into that hole, I'll put the base, I'll join the 2, and then I'll just spin it just enough to where it becomes well lubricated, and then you have a nice effortless glide to your yarn spinner. Again, this is a useful hack if you are having an issue with your wooden yarn spool storage unit sticking when you're moving the skein of yarn when you're working. Hack number 3. Now, say for example you come across a cake of yarn that is wider than this base. After you spin cakes of yarn, or when you buy a cake of yarn and you realize that the circumference of the base of the cake is wider than the base of your yarn spooler. So what I do is take a piece of cardboard and cut it into a circle that is wider than the circumference of this base. Then you're just gonna slide it onto the base like so. Then you're just gonna take your spool of yarn and you're just gonna put it onto your spindle like so. And then now, whenever you're working with the yarn, you won't have the danger of this strand of yarn getting caught underneath this base as it's spinning, so the yarn doesn't get twirled around this center pole that's holding the spindle in place. So those are my 3 useful, easy crochet hacks that you should implement into your life to make your crocheting a lot easier. This is the Crafty Crocheter. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting.